Good morning, Kettle Run. Today is Monday, April 20th. I'm Jacob Schwind. The seniors' first faculty basketball game will be played on Friday, May 1st at 1 p.m. Tickets are $5 and will be sold during all lunch shifts from April 22nd to April 28th. The blood drive will be held Friday, May 22nd. Donors should sign up online. 16-year-olds should see Mrs. Blakeney. Mr. Davidson's class is working hard on class projects. Let's go to the tape and see what they're working on now.
Mr. Davidson and two of his students created a plane out of foam and parts from a 3D printer.
The interesting part about the 3D printer and how they used it was that they made the whole airplane out of foam core, but there were some things that you had to be able to do to be able to connect a motor or different parts, and they've gone through the different iterations of the plane, and they figured out that whatever they made out of foam core wouldn't be strong enough to hold the motor in place. So they printed a bracket specifically for holding the motor in, and we printed it on the 3D printer.
We made our motor mount with the 3D printer.
The 3D part was incorporated with the motor.
How to really the aerodynamics of a plane and how to make a plane fly in the air with use of like foam board and a few supplies that we buy from, say, a remote control company. So,
all right, through this, I think Jake and Nathan learned that it's not as easy as you think it's going to be. They learned about hard work. They learned about raising some funds to be able to do this themselves. They created their own business essentially to be able to do that sort of thing.
What I learned from this project is all the different mechanics that go into an RC plane, like weight and power and everything. And the other thing I learned is that props don't really hold well when hitting concrete.
The students worked hard to get their plane in the air.
We are improving the project by increasing some strength on our rods and by improving the motor speed on it.
Nathan and Jake are working to improve the project by changing the design a little bit. They are probably, at some point, they might redesign the whole plane and have another go at it. And they're going to take some other things into account.
Well, our last test was not so great in flight. We were able to get it in the air, but we haven't been very good at making sure that it flies well. So we're hoping to be able to fly it well next time we try it out.
Reporting for KRHS News, I'm Katie Yeager. Now back to you on the set.
Herff Jones will be here during all 4 lunch shifts to deliver caps and gowns. If you have any questions, please see a Herff Jones representative. Now for Club News and Sports with Hamza.
Thanks, Jacob. NHS members, service hours for all members are due Friday, May 1st. Please turn into Mrs. Blakeney in room 268. NHS seniors, scholarship applications are now available. Pick up one from Mrs. Blakeney in room 268. The firm deadline is Friday, May 1st. Order forms for graduation cords are now available as well. Pick up one this week from Mrs. Blakeney in room 268. Sophomore SCA officers, there will be a mandatory meeting on Wednesday, April 22nd at 2:35 in Mrs. Heckathorn's room. The meeting will be brief, but it is mandatory. No exceptions. The Science Honors Club will meet after school today in Mrs. Silcox's room. New members are welcome. Elections will be taking place at the following meeting. Have a great day. We leave you with a look at the birthdays, the lunch menu, and the weather.